Shalom, 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 Yasha. This your boy, Brother Shamuel Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called Filibustering Won't Stop the Destruction of Babylon. All right? Filibustering won't stop the destruction of Babylon. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, call Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi. All right, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there laboring on the highways and on the hedges and on the unicorn, which is this internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom to you all as well. All right. I was watching a little bit of the New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker, right? He was doing a speech, all right? Basically, it's called filibustering. We're going to get the definition. But this is from ABC News. It says, Booker breaks Senate record with marathon 24-hour speech protesting Trump and Musk. It says New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker broke a record Tuesday evening, speaking for more than 24 hours in a marathon speech protesting the national crisis. He said President DJ and Musk had created. It says Booker's speech, which began Monday evening, continued for a total of 25 hours and 4 minutes, surpassing the previous record held by Senator Strom Thurmond. It says, who filibustered the Civil Rights Act of 1957 for 24 hours and 18 minutes. Shortly before he broke Thurmond's record, as the Senate gallery above the chamber began filling with onlookers and staffers who had gathered to witness the historic event, Booker spoke about his relationship with Georgia Rep. John Lewis, the longtime lawmaker and icon of the civil rights movement, who died in 2020. It says John Lewis would say something, he would do something. Booker said in an impassioned voice that he began to show signs of strain. He wouldn't treat this moral moment as if it were normal. He added that this is our moral moment. This is when the most precious ideas of our country are being tested. At approximately 7:20 p.m. Tuesday, Democratic Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer briefly interrupted Booker to inform him that he had broken the record. It says, do you know how proud this caucus is of you? Do you know how proud America is of you? Schumer said. It says the chamber erupted in applause. Booker did not immediately end his speech, but continued speaking. It says, from all Americans, this is a moral moment. It's not left or right. It's right or wrong, Booker said after continuing his speech and touching on everything from cuts to federal programs initiated by Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to the controversies surrounding Nero's administration officials' use of signal messaging app. It says Booker wrapped up his speech, finally yield the floor to another enthusiastic round of applause at 8:05 Eastern. Let's see, jump down a little bit. It says, I rise tonight because I believe sincerely that our country is in crisis, and I believe that not in a partisan sense, because so many people that have been reaching out to my office in pain and fear, having their lives upended. So many of them identify themselves as Republicans, Booker said. In just 71 days, the President of the United States has inflicted so much harm on American safety, financial stability, the core foundations of our democracy, and even our aspirations of as a people our highest office sense of common decency, Booker said, these are not normal times in America and that they should not be treated as such. All right. So basically, he went on a filibuster for 25 hours and 4 minutes, I believe it was. That's what they said, right? Just protesting, basically trying to get this place back together, right? And guess what? Filibustering is not going to stop the destruction of Babylon. This place is not going to get better. It's only going to get worse until it's completely destroyed. All right. So let's get filibuster, right? What it is. So it says a filibuster is a political procedure in which one or more members of a legislative body prolong debate or propose legislation so that as to delay or entirely prevent a decision. It is sometimes referred as talking a bill to death, talking out a bill, and is characterized by a form of obstruction in a legislature, other decisions making body. The etymology, right? The term filibuster ultimately derives from a Dutch freebooter, a pillaging and plundering adventure. It says, but the precise history of the words borrowing into English is obscure. It says the Oxford English Dictionary finds it only known use in modern English in 1587, describing filibusters who robbed supply convoys in the late 18th century. The term was reborrowed into English from its French form filibuster, a form that was used until mid-19th century. All right. Let's see. The modern English form filibuster was borrowed in the 1850s from Spanish filibustero, lawless plunderer. It says the term was applied to private military adventurers like William Walker, who were then attacking and pillaging Spanish colonies in Central America. It says Spain lost all its Central American territory in 1821. It says over the course of the mid to late 19th century, the term filibustering became common in American English in a sense of obstructing progress in a legislative assembly. All right, and then that's just what I wanted to get to. So ancient Rome, it says one of the first known practitioners of a filibuster was the Roman senator Cato Younger. It says in debates over legislation he especially opposed, Cato would often obstruct the measure by speaking continuously until nightfall, as the Roman Senate had a rule requiring all business to conduct by dusk. Cato purposely long-winded speech were an effective device to forestall a vote. All right, so you see, this was back into the ancient Roman times. Okay, this is back to and this just shows you, right? We're in Rome 2.0. All right, this is Rome 2.0, and guess what? This place is not going to escape its judgment. All right, let's get Second Esdras, right? Second Esdras chapter 16, right? In verse number 1, it says, woe unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe unto thee, Egypt and Syria, right? And this place is modern day Babylon, modern day Assyria, modern day Egypt, right? And this is all, this whole place, okay? Rome 2.0, right? It says, gird up yourselves with clothes of sackcloth and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. It says, a sword is sent unto you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Right? Jumping down. Let's see. Verse number 8, it says, the mighty Yahawah Bahasham sendeth plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yahawah shall threaten, and who shall not utterly be beaten to powder at his presence, right? No one's going to be able to turn, the Lord's wrath away from this place. Okay, it's already set up that this place is set up for destruction. Okay, right, when you go to 2 Esdras 15, right, verse 1, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." All right, it says, "Which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahawah, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." That means they're going to happen. All right, the Lord said that they're going to happen, and they're going to happen. All right, the Lord is going to, you can talk all day. You can talk, well, he literally did 25 hours. All right. But guess what? That's not going to stop the destruction. That's not going to stop the agenda that Yahawah has set up. All right. And ultimately, when you go to it, let's go to this real quick. Right. We know that, the king's heart is in the hands of Yahawah. All right. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, right? 21, right? In verse number 1, it says, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahawah. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." All right. Verse number 1, it says, "The king's heart," in the NLT, "is like a stream of water directed by Yahawah. He guides it wherever he pleases," right? So you're not going to stop it. All right. We go to the book of Acts, right? And ultimately, this is all set up of Yahawah, right? Because he has prophesied and he has written that this place is going to be destroyed. There's no stopping this, right? There's no amount of filibustering. There's no amount of, pleading for this place. This place is done. All right. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's go to that. What is that? Is it Amos 1? Let me see. Amos 1. And yep. Verse number 11. Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "Thus saith Yahawah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." Right? But our people, what do? They love this place, and they love to think that this place is gonna help them and save them. All right? They want to, pray for the country. They want to pray for, this place is done. All right? This place is utterly finished. Okay? Lamentations 4, verse number 17, right? Because our people have, what do you call that? Stockholm syndrome. They've been around their enemy for so long that they just, now they have some kind of, they have this facade of feelings and caring about this place and caring about your enemy, right? Who means you no good. Okay. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us." All right. This place is not set up to save. This is your captivity, okay? And they're going to keep you in your captivity. And guess what? It's only going to get worse. All right? When we go back to 2 Esdras, right? 2 Esdras 14 and verse number 16, it says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein, right? And people don't understand, right, that this place is only going to get wickeder and wickeder, right? And guess what? Esau is going to become his true form, all right? Second Esdras 16 and verse number 71, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, so you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right, and you of the diaspora, right? But a lot of you, right, who are in these, political seats and these celebrity, hey, they're going to treat you just how they're going to treat, every other so-called black, Hispanic, and hey, it says they shall be like madmen, sparing none. All right, you're going to see the true horns of this devil. All right, and it's only going to get worse. But what the Lord is putting the Spirit upon them, and you can't stop that, right? You can't stop that. What is that? That reminds me of Acts, right? What they told about the apostles, right? On the left hand side, the Lord is using, Nero, right, and these other left wing. The Lord is using them on the left hand side to do His will, right? To push His movie and His path. All right. So the book of Acts, chapter 5, right? So you want to talk about, peace? No, it's not happening. All right. Acts chapter 5, verse 39, it says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. Right? You got people want to try to overthrow this, no, the Lord set this man up, to be, over, the cruel Lord, right? Like Isaiah 19 talks about, the Egyptians were given a cruel Lord to rule over them, paraphrasing, right? And who can overthrow that, right? If it's of the Most High on the left-hand side. So it says, if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High, right? And people are trying to fight against the prophecies and the things. You can't fight against it, right? It's going to happen, right? Let's get that, right? No matter how much you talk and filibuster and Babylon, right? It's still going to happen, all right? Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Okay, so the Lord has prophesied the downfall of this place, right? The destruction of this place, how the world is going to get eviler and eviler, how Esau is going to be like a madman, right? And all that has been written and prophesied, and it's going to happen, right? Just like the destruction. All right, the Lord is raising this man up, right? Just to bring him down, right? Just to show the glory of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Call out Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You can't stop that, right? You cannot stop that, right? So you're filibustering, you're this, that, and the other. That's not going to work. This place is still going to be destroyed, and it's still set up for destruction at the end of the day. All right. Let me see. It was just had a couple real quick. Let me get Slovakia. Nope, I think I'll end it on that. All right, so, I just wanted to do this quick lesson. Like I said, Lord's will, this was edifying, right? Like I say, you can filibuster, you can do this. Hey, but guess what? Prophecy is going to be fulfilled, all right? You're not going to stop it, right? No one's going to stop it, right? The Lord's word is bond, right? He said, what is it? I change not, And it's for Jacob's sake, right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He doesn't change. He stays consistent because guess what? If he did, hey, we'd be destroyed. We'd be done as a people, right? But the Lord has promised and made his promise, and his word is his bind. And that's what he's going to make good of his word. All right. So I just want to, like I say, do this, quick little edifying video. Lord's will, this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, call Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the elect, the 12 tribes scattered abroad, and mighty Shalom to the 144,000 men. To the rest of the elect, stay diligent, stay focused, continue to pray, and to pray for the downfall of this evil, wicked society, this evil, wicked place, right? And the rise, right, of the kingdom of heaven, right, through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right? And with that, I say shalom, aball.